Debt, fear, relationships, the children, your health, work. When you want to give up and you need courage to continue, take heart and stay tuned as RJ Jackson writes her signature message of hope on your heart. You don't have to live where you're dying, and you don't have to die where you're living. Like every show of Conversations on Courage, you'll be informed, inspired, and encouraged to find the courage you need to succeed at home, work, and in your business. Get your pen and paper. You'll want to take notes. And now, your host, RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver.
Hey now, happy Tuesday, and welcome back to the table. You talk about authentic, down-to-earth conversation. Well, we had one last week, as in every week. Today is no exception. We got lots for you to talk about today. We have opportunities, encouragement, and inspiration that will cause transformation in your situation. Yes, we have lots more in store just for you. Matter of fact, we get to sit at the table together today as I share with you my journey, a part of my story, and, of course, the information you need to succeed by taking a risk with confidence. But first, here's 60 seconds of something amazing with leadership expert John Bentley.
Hi, I'm John Bentley, and today's quote is from an unknown author. Only those who dare to dream can make their dreams come true. I mean, think about that for a moment. When you and I don't have dreams and aspirations, is our life worth living? After all, you can't expect your wishes to come true unless you make the wish in the first place. So how about we stop letting life's ups and downs keep us from working towards a fulfilled life? If you never take the time to seek the things you want in life, how can those things ever come into being? So here's 3 tips to help us go after our dreams. Decide what it is you really want out of life. Then dare to dream and dream big. And finally, set milestones to help you achieve your goals. Now, let me give you 3 quick self-reflection questions to help you bring this into reality. Question 1, no matter how big or small, what dreams do you want to achieve? Question 2, how can you reach your goals one step at a time? And question 3, what will you do to improve your life on a daily basis? I'm John Bentley, and I appreciate the opportunity to bring you 60 seconds of something amazing.
Hi, this is Miriam Ali, and you're listening to Conversations on Courage with your host, RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver.
Hey everybody, welcome to the table here with your host. That's me, RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver. And OMG, would you believe it? Like seriously, it is already the end of May. Like this game for 2019, listen, it is almost over. We are halfway through the game, and you know what they say. They say you can learn a lot by the questions you ask. I think you can learn even more by the answers that you provide. So you know what? Today, we're going to talk. We're going to talk about the game, how it's going, what's happening, who's playing. Have you been on the bench or have you been in the game? So let's talk about it. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and all you got to do is be truthful with you. Because it doesn't matter what you say to me, it's what you're telling yourself that matters most. So let's talk about it so we can go ahead and be about it. So how you doing? Are you sweating? Are you comfortable? Are you tired? Do you need to take a break? Are you ready to come out of the game? Have you been scoring? What's the score in your game that you're playing? And are you winning? Just something to think about. Because what winning is to you may not be the same as winning is to me. You know, some people say winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. The question is, what does it mean to you? And how are you doing? Besides yourself, who are you competing with? You see, most of the time we're competing against ourselves, telling ourselves, you're not this, you're not that, you can't do this. Girl, what you doing? Why are you trying that? You see, we have this conversation going on with ourselves. You know how you talk smack in the game? Like, yeah, I'm this, and yeah, I got you. Watch out. I'm coming for you. And we talk just the opposite to ourselves. And then we have the nerve, the audacity to believe it. Yes, I stopped laughing real fast because let me tell you something. It's not funny. The things we say to ourselves, how we put ourselves down, it's not funny at all. And the truth is, as sisters, we also spend too much time competing against one another when we should be completing one another. Besides, we're not each other's enemy. We were created for connection, and that's exactly what we should be doing. You see, the biggest enemy is the enemy in me. How about you? I'm the one I have to watch out for. I'm the one who's tripping me up as I'm running up and down the court. I'm the one who's telling me my game sucks. How about you? Who are you competing against? And what is it that you would say you really need to do to be your biggest cheerleader? Oh, and let's talk about those other cheerleaders. The ones that are still getting dressed, that haven't shown up yet. You know, the ones you wish would just like say, hey, how's it going? Great job. Way to go. And you're looking around and all you see is you. Where are those cheerleaders? Those people? Who are they? The ones that are getting underneath you and lifting you up and encouraging you to be the best you. Perhaps you, like so many other women, have cheerleaders who are missing in action. And why is that? Well, for the most part, as women, we don't have the courage nor the confidence to speak up and ask for help. We have this attitude that says, like George Lopez, I got this. I don't need no help. I could do this by myself. Oh, and don't even go there talking about that other attitude that we have. You know the one I'm talking about. I'm fine. A girl is good. Oh, life is sweet. Liar, liar. Pants on fire. You know, from the inside out, you are toe up from the flow up. But you still continue to put the MAC makeup on and show up with a smile on your face. Hey, I'm all for showing up. But when you show up, it's important that we show up authentically. We're honest. We show up with integrity, being willing to have the confidence and the courage to be transparent and ask for help. Now, I'm not saying, so don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you got to show up and tell everybody your business. I'm not saying you got to show up complaining. I am saying that if we're needing, wanting, desiring, which we must have if we're going to succeed, those cheerleaders on the side cheering us on, we've got to be real. We've got to tell the truth about who we are and where we are without feeling like we're a failure. And when we can do that, then people are willing to show up and cheer us on and pray for us and remind us that there's greatness inside of us. If we can't do that, if we won't do that, if we don't do that, then people will assume we've got it all together. And truthfully, who? Who has it all together? Nobody. Nope. Nobody. So we need those cheerleaders. But even if your cheerleaders don't show up, be your own cheerleader. Get behind yourself and say, girl, you got this. Write affirmations on your own mirror. Use your own lipstick. Write it, read it, say it, believe it. Tell yourself who you are. And in case no one told you today, girl, let me tell you. When I say she is amazing, girl, I'm talking about you. When I say she is courageous, girl, I'm talking about you. But like I told you earlier, it doesn't matter what I say to you. It's what you say to yourself. That's what matters. What you say to yourself. So as we continue with May just flying away and almost soon to be June, the second half of this game, have you taken the time out? Have you taken time out for self-care? Have you taken time out to care for those you love? Have you taken time out to explore something new? Have you taken time out to take care of you? Because I don't care what you say, girl, you cannot play this game the entire way without taking time out. Every quarter, you should be taking a time out, reflecting, reevaluating, planning, strategizing, and just sitting on the bench. Even if it's for a weekend, it's important that you and I, especially as women, take time to fill our cup so we can better fill someone else's cup. You see, we are natural caregivers, and that means we will give our life away and literally give it away. We'll kill ourselves for other people, but yet we won't find the value to say, let me take some time out for myself. Now, you know what they say on the airplane. Put your mask on first. And why? Because when you have oxygen, when you can breathe, when you are healed, and when you are whole, well, you and I, we can best take care of other people. We could do a better job at it. We won't have to play so hard in the game. So make sure you're taking time out. Matter of fact, why don't you just list right now 3 things that you really want to do, haven't done in a long time, that you're willing to take time out to do. Perhaps it's read a book, learn how to play a game, go somewhere, spend some time with someone you haven't spent in a long time. Or maybe for some of you, it's just go to bed, right? Like just go to bed. Just trust God to have the plan that He has for you. And sometimes that is what keeps us from resting and taking time out. We don't trust God. We don't believe God at His word that says that He knows the plan that He has for us. We don't believe that He is our provider. So we think we got to keep going, keep doing, keep being, keep working in order to get the job done. But that's really not the design that God had in mind. And that's why He reminds us over and over that He is our provider. He supplies all our needs, and He knows the plans that He has for us. We just got to trust Him. And when you trust Him, you can be still. That means take time out and know that in the midst of whatever you're going through, no matter what you're working on, no matter what you're facing, no matter what you're building, that He is God. Hallelujah. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he is faithful to continue to prove himself over and over again. So, take time out. And then, when it's time to play again, when the game begins after you've taken time out, make sure you have a game plan. So, I want to ask you my next question. What's your game plan? In other words, what are your goals for the second half of 2019? How did you do with the first ones? Have you gone back to reevaluate? Have you accomplished and celebrated? Have you just said forget it? Have you just tried to move on and not finish what you started? How did you do in the first half? And what's your game plan for the second half? Most people don't plan to fail. They simply fail to plan. So whatever it is you're working on, have a plan. And don't forget, after you take time out, to go back and reevaluate your plan. See what you did well. How did you handle that? How did that happen for you? See what it took for you to do that so you'll know how to apply it going forth. See what didn't work. See where you learned some lessons so that you don't have to repeat. Have a plan. Plan to succeed. Write your goals down. Don't just put them in your mind. If they're in your mind, they're not a goal. So write your goals down. Put it on paper and find someone you trust to hold you accountable with that. So important. Don't tell everybody, but find people you trust to hold you accountable. People who want to see you succeed. And finally, the last question of the game as we prepare for the second half of it is, what are you going to do when you win? Because the promise has already been made. In the end, you win. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what you're facing. I don't care how many people have told you no. I don't care. I don't care. Because the promise has already been made. It's true and it's never been broken. In the end, you win. So what are you going to do when you win? And please don't tell me you going to Disneyland. Seriously, that's something you should probably be doing on your time out. But when you win, it's time to celebrate in a magnificent way that's bigger than you, that has something to do with someone else. Come on now, it's the end of May. June will be here soon. Girl, it's game time. Let's get it. Get it, don't stop. Get it. Yes, it's time. So let me tell you about my game, my first half of 2019, as well as where I'm headed. So this has been an amazing start for me for 2019. Here on the podcast, I have interviewed some amazing people. I mean amazing. I've had Muhammad Ali's daughter, May Ali, on. I've had the guru for marketing, Pam Perry, all the way from Switzerland, Kelly Bagger. I've had Nick Nelson, the brandpreneur, Joe Dudley. I've had from Ontario Airport, Travelers Aid volunteers, Chet Sabata. I've had some amazing people, including authors, on the broadcast, and I am so grateful that they've taken the time out to speak into our lives, to encourage us, to share their story, and to give us resources and tips and tools in order to help us succeed. Curious to know, what was your favorite broadcast that you listened to? Be sure to comment below and let us know. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now, regardless of what podcast platform we're on. You can subscribe so that you won't miss another show. What else has happened in my game? Well, I've had the opportunity to do what I love and love what I do, and that is inspiring others to take a risk with confidence and live life on the other side of fear. So I've spoken at several schools. I've done a lot of parenting classes over the last couple of months. Talked to some moms groups. Also had an opportunity to speak to a couple of women's groups. I've hosted my own conference, my own women's gathering. And of course, monthly, I host opportunities for women to come together in our She Is and I Am She monthly meetings. So it's been an amazing start. I've even had an opportunity to publish another best-selling book, Life on the Other Side of Fear. I've had an opportunity to volunteer and give my life away. I completed a women's mastermind group this quarter as well as with my own self-care, participated in a mastermind group. Taken some time out to read several books. I think so far this year, I've read about 22 books and counting. Reading is so important to me, from my perspective. And most of all, I've had the opportunity to connect with the most amazing people ever through social media, as well as here on the podcast and in other networking events. And you're part of that amazing group. And I say thank you. If you're not connected with me on social media, I want to invite you to do that. You can find me anywhere online at The Courage Giver, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, at The Courage Giver. So what's next? Seems like a lot has happened, but I want to tell you that's over with. I don't care how good it's been. It's over with. And as far as I'm concerned, there are still women dying to live. And I know that I have something they need in order to survive. So I cannot afford to stop with what I have done. I have to keep it moving until I touch the one in this day that's waiting for me. So coming up next, we're going to take a hiatus for the summer here on the podcast. So if you've missed any of our episodes, you are welcome to go back and check them out. You can check them out and listen to them, subscribe, comment on them, share, all that good stuff. But over the summer, we're going to take a hiatus and we're going to be revamping something to bring you something better, bolder, and bigger. Because you deserve the best. Over the summer, I already have a couple of speaking engagements lined up. We'll continue doing our She Is and I Am She women's gatherings. So if you're in the Southern California area, girl, you should be there. The first of the month, every month, we'll be gathering to remind each other of our greatness and to support each other on the journey. And finally, coming up the second half, real soon, I will be releasing my autobiography, A Reposition Journey, I'm Still Standing. And I'm going to encourage you to get on my list so that you can be the first to know when it hits the shelf. So that's what I'm looking at. What are you looking at? And how are you looking at it? Because, you want to make sure you have a positive attitude and an attitude of gratitude to get all that God has for you. Because he said the latter is better than the beginning. So the latter part of this year should be stronger, should be healthier, should be more productive than the first part of the year. So even if you did good, it's time to do better. If you did great, it's time to do your best, because there's still more out there waiting for you, and the world awaits your greatness. Come on, girl. It's almost game time. We're taking a little break right now, but we're getting ready to get this party started. And I know coming up, I was a basketball player. If you can believe that, it's true. I was a basketball player, loved basketball. And so I know the importance of taking that time out, making sure you're filling your cup back up, getting that water, taking care of you, resting, having that game plan, meeting with the team, seeing what's up, listening to the coach. And if you don't have a coach, well, you might want to reconsider that, because you can only do what you know to do, right? And we continue to do the same thing. And what happened? We keep getting the same results. So if you don't have a coach and you're interested in having someone journey with you, boost your confidence and your courage, then look no further, because RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver, your confidence booster, is here waiting to walk with you. Let's go, girl. You got what it takes. You are a winner. You've been declared the winner, and the world, as I shared, is waiting for your greatness. So I hope you have enjoyed the questions. I hope they've been a challenge to you, and I hope you're ready to take action. As Emmett Smith said in his book, Game On. And that's what it is. It's game on. So I want to wish you well as you play. I want to remind you that I'm here to walk alongside of you along the way. And to all my brothers who are listening, shout out to you. Thank you for being a part of this broadcast. And let me tell you, to all the brothers, we can't make it without you. So thank you for all you do, for your labor, for your hard work, for being a man of integrity, for being a man of impact, for leading your family, for being a role model in your community. Hats off to you. You go. You go. But to all my sister friends, this one's for you. When I say she is phenomenal, girl, I'm talking about you. Game time. Let's get it.
I've had an enjoyable time. I'm so full. I'm grateful for this opportunity to share with you information that can cause transformation in your situation.
Have the cares of this life seemingly choked the life out of you? Are you wanting or needing to start over after being hit hard in life? If so, RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver, wants you to know that you are not alone and help is here. This is your season, and it's time for you to get up, get dressed, and show up. The good news is, you do not have to do it alone. Like you, RJ Jackson knows what it's like to have been knocked down over and over again. And RJ believes that life is not about how many times we get knocked down, but how many times we get back up. Reach out to RJ today at 1-877-235-0307, extension 909. She is waiting to encourage your heart and help lift you up.
Well, what can we say? Another day here at the table on Conversations on Courage, where we absolutely, positively kept our promise to you. Not only did we provide you with inspiration that causes transformation, but we provided you with success strategies for healthy and whole relationships. Hopefully you took some notes, but if not, no worries. Just catch us on the replay. We'll be here just for you. I'm RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver. It's been a pleasure to be your host and introduce you to our featured guest today. In the meantime and in between time, I'm not going to quit my day job. Don't you worry, because my day job is inspiring you to take a risk with confidence so that you, my friend, can live life on the other side of fear. While it is my pleasure to inspire you and encourage your heart here on Conversations on Courage, it is my passion and my purpose to connect with you as an international speaker, to remind you that there's greatness inside of you. If you're looking for an authentic, down-to-earth speaker who speaks not only from the heart, but shares her stories for God's glory and tells about the journey that she's taking, she's on, and that she's preparing for, hey, give me a call. Let's talk. It'd be my pleasure to see how I may serve you. In the meantime, in between time, as I like to say, keep up your courage, take a risk with confidence, and stay blessed indeed. We'll be here again next week, same time, same purpose. And you, my friend, well, you're the reason why. So we hope to see you then. In the meantime, don't forget to follow me online. You can catch me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Anchor, and all social media platforms at The Courage Giver. You can visit my website at thecouragegiver.com. That's thecouragegiver.com. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us for Conversations on Courage. Now that you've been inspired, informed, and encouraged, it's time for you to take action. So head on over to thecouragegiver.com. That's thecouragegiver.com and connect with RJ for a personal conversation on courage. She's waiting to help you take the risk you need to succeed.